Alright, and we are recording another video after a long time. I mean, you guys might not have whatever, blah blah blah. I needed something to start my vlog with. I hope I am visible because the lighting is not so good. But fine, let's talk about some things that have been inside my head this week. I've started writing regularly again. I mean, people say that journaling, articulating your thoughts better, it works. I don't know if it works or not, but it definitely makes you, how shall I put this in words? It really makes you aware, I think. Yes, that is the word I'm looking for. Self-aware. When you start writing, when you start articulating your thoughts, writing down really helps. That is what I think. Alright, so whatever it is, if you think you are a writer, you should start writing, because it takes a while for you to realize your style, your flair, your flavor. Okay, I have been an English teacher. I have met some students who are exceptional writers, but they don't do it enough. Okay, there are certain things that they must improve through trial and error in writing. It's usually, I mean, the first thing I wrote was really a shitty story, I would say. But fine, here I am with another vlog, and today I want to talk about my journey from, okay, let me put this into words. The political scale, or the political barometer that we use, that is left, center, and right. Okay, take that exact analogy, but in terms of believing in God, in terms of believing in Almighty, in terms of believing in Supreme Spirit, the Brahman, that is how we call it in our Upanishads. Alright, so people on the left, they usually, we are taking the analogy, not the exact scale of political left, center and right, but this is just, I'm putting down the scale to explain my point in a better way. Alright, so if you are towards the left, you are more towards the atheism and all that, okay, scientific temperament and so on and so forth. And if you are on the right, you are extremely spiritual. And for those of you who belong to the western side of the world, who are proselytized monotheists, for them the word is religious, okay, but for the people in Bharat, the word is spiritual. But fine, so that is the scale. So I was in the center. I would not use the word atheist for myself, because atheism is different for the Westerners and atheism is different for us. When I say us, I mean people who have the Aryan heritage, people who have Aryan forefathers. Alright? And that is basically the nationals of Bharat, people who right now live in Bharat. Okay? So I was at the center, and there's this famous singer in the Kathiawar peninsula of Gujarat state, that is Hemant Chauhan. He sung this. He has, I don't know if he has composed this or not, but there is this very beautiful bhajan that we have in Gujarati. I'm definitely going to try and vocalize it for you guys. Let's see. Okay. So it's about Krishna. Okay, Shri Krishna is an amazing character. Alright, so the bhajan goes as this, that Aaje bhajshu kale bhajshu Sitaram, kyare bhajshu Radhe Shyam. Okay, so they are talking about, like, one of the incarnations of Vishnu is Ram. Okay, Ram is Maryada Purushottam, as in he is also Purushottam. Okay, Shri Krishna is Purna Purushottam, whereas Ram is Maryada Purushottam, somebody who maintains grace and dignity in everything that he does. Okay, even while he was exiled and excommunicated, he maintained a certain level of dignity, certain level of, I would say, panache to carry it off. Okay, so yeah. So today you'll worship Ram, but when will you worship Aaje bhajshu Kale bhajshu Sita Ram, Kyare bhajshu Radhe Shyam. Okay, so that is the question essentially that this bhajan is asking, that if you worship Ram, who is Maryada Purushottam, when will you worship the Purna Purushottam, that is Shri Krishna? And then the next line of that bhajan goes, Shwas khoot se nadi toot se. Okay, as in you will be out of breath and finally you will die. Your soul will be released from these shackles of bone and flesh. Okay. Aaj bhajshu kale bhajshu Sita Ram, kyare bhajshu Radhe Shyam. श्वास खूट से नाड़ी टूट से प्राण नहीं रहता रंग माँ तो रंगाई जाने रंग माँ. So this is the bhajan that we have in Gujarati. So this bhajan essentially says that you will die, your soul will be released from these bone and flesh. Okay, so there is a background context over here. The reason why they are stressing upon this is once the soul escapes the body, okay, it's all over. You are here, you've been given this body, okay, and hence that you've received this body, you are supposed to seek out, or be in the quest of knowing the ultimate spirit, and that ultimate spirit is obviously Shri Krishna. So you will die, your soul will not be able to know that supreme reality. Okay, so instead of living your entire life and questioning the existence of God, okay, that it says Turangai Jane Ranguma, okay, you live your life as if God has planned everything. Okay, I do have my disagreements with certain things, but it's an amazing way to put it. Okay. Okay, and there is another Sanskrit verse that follows this. That is Shariram Surupam Tathama Kalatram Dhanam Merutulyam Manasche Nalagnam Guroram Gripadme Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Tatah Kim. Okay, this is a Sanskrit verse that says that physically you might be at the pinnacle of your health. You might be extremely fit. Dhanam Meru Tulyam, as in you'll have riches, you'll have wealth compared to mountain Meru. Okay, and you'll have everything. You'll have a consort, that is, you'll have an extremely gorgeous and a beautiful partner. You'll have everything. But what use is this life if you do not dedicate your life at the feet of the Lord, at the feet of the Lord? And how exactly we know that it's Krishna that is being talked about here? Guroram Gripadme. Okay, Padme is a Sanskrit word that means lotus. Okay, that is Guroram Gripadme, meaning one with the lotus feet. And if you Google it, who is the one with the lotus feet? It is obviously Krishna. Okay, so this was a beautiful bhajan that shifted my consciousness from the center towards right of the center. When I say right of the center, it's not exactly the political thing. This is, I've already explained in the very beginning of this video that it is the religious or the spiritual scale. Towards the left, you will find the atheists. Towards the right, you will find deeply religious and spiritual people. So something that has moved me from center to the center right of the scale is this bhajan. Okay, and so if you're looking for an exact word for me, for my beliefs, I would say agnostic. Okay, all this while I desperately wanted to and still want to believe in God, I'm saying that. Okay, so this was the bhajan that guided me, I would say, sort of, that okay, you're supposed to live your life as if God exists. Your life is too short to question the veracity of the existence of God. So yeah, and you cannot question the collective wisdom of 5,000 years of civilization. If you look at the wisdom, okay, if you look at the intellectual capital that monotheists have brought to the table, they essentially say that okay, there is only one form of worship, there is only one God worthy of worship, rest of them all are demigods, and hence they are not worthy of worship. All right, so and they have been comparatively, they are new. But when I talk about spirituality, when I talk about religion and religious and religiosity and all those words, I usually come from the position of civilization, that is 5,000 years, 6,000 years of accumulated wisdom that has been sharpened and honed through centuries of trial and error. Okay, it's not like one day people on this land, on this holy land of Bharat, woke up and suddenly started writing Vedas and Upanishads. Upanishads, Vedas, everything had their own centuries of trial and error and perfection and sharpening the saw, if you understand it in that manner. So yes, there is much to be learned, much to be, dug deep in this intellectual repository and intellectual capital that the Aryan texts have. A lot of scientists have taken advantage of it. Okay, if you look through the internet, you'll find various quotes by the Western white scientists crediting with the ideas of philosophy that Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads and everything else had to offer. So you cannot just operate as if these things had no impact whatsoever on their intellectual capabilities that eventually led them to discover whatever they are famous for. But that's fine. I think we are way past that. The world is never going to acknowledge what Bharat as a civilization has offered. Okay, I think we are way past that. So that was it. You should look up that song. It's there. There is a person known as Jigardan Gadvi. He has done a beautiful rendition of this bhajan and amazing. You should listen to it. It will really lift your mood. The bhajan is such. Right. So I think that's it for this vlog. Anyways, the battery of my camera is too low for this vlog. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. That was it for this. If you enjoy the content that I make, you should check out my content on other platforms, that is Instagram, LinkedIn. This video will obviously go on YouTube. On X, I've written some beautiful articles, but I'll have to purchase the premium version of X, and then you'll be able to see my articles, which is again in the pipeline. I'm getting it done. So that's it. Check out all my other contents and have a good day.